Hey YouTube, I'm Yuki and you're watching a Traveling Geeks vlog. Hey YouTube, this is my very first vlog, so please go easy on me. I've decided to help you get to know me better. I'm going to do a little geek tag, but before I get to that, I'm going to do a little pre-intro. I'm Yuki and I am a Canadian expat that is currently living in Beijing right now. And I have been living in Beijing for about a year and a half now. And what this has let me do is travel a lot of Asia, because even like when you're in Canada, like coming over to Asia is really super expensive. So I've been taking this opportunity to travel a lot more. So now I have a lot of travel stories and I've learned so much more, and I would like to share them with all of you. I don't have a lot of videos, but I will be making more because I only really made the decision to start doing something like this recently. And I used to make videos, but I didn't really publish them or edit them. So I'm going to work on seeing if I can polish those to make it fit for YouTube. Why am I doing this? Because I used to blog a lot, but China makes it really extremely difficult to blog or to access English blogs. Often China likes to block and unblock things, and then they'll block and unblock photo, what's it called? Image hosts, there you go, that's the word. And so it makes it really difficult for me to keep up with my blogging, so I've decided to maybe I'll just substitute for vlogging, because it's really easy to record and edit, and then I can just log on to my VPN to upload the videos. So I don't need to be on a VPN for an extended period of time, which is what I would need to do if I were blogging. Okay, so let's get right to the geek tag. Okay, so the first one is warrior, thief, or wizard. I'm gonna have to say warrior almost all the time if I play any sort of video game where I get to choose between these three. My favorite is the warrior. I love melee attacks. I just like strength. I don't know, there's something I really like doing, and it's just so easy to just punch, you know, instead of having to go through spells and stuff. Favorite subject in school? Without a doubt, psychology. I love psychology ever since my first psychology course in high school, and then I minored in psychology in university, and I love it. It's just like there's something about knowing more about how we click, you know. It's just learning about the brain really helps you learn about people in general, and you get to know more about yourself too, and it's just, I love psychology. Okay, what would my patronus be? If we're just talking favorite animals, then my patronus would be a snake, preferably a cobra. But I'm not sure if that would make a very good patronus. It would kind of slither through the air or something. I'd have to say a bat then. I mean, because bats can fly and flutter, and that's my second favorite animal. So, probably, yeah, I'd choose a bat, a fruit bat, a big one. You know, big fruit bats, the ones with the wingspans that are really wide. Who is your favorite superhero? Oh, this is a tough one. Who's my favorite? I have to say I've always had a thing for Nightcrawler of X-Men. Huge crush on him, but then, I mean, it's because I have a huge crush on him. There's something about Nightcrawler I love. But a favorite, I really love Storm. Storm, I think she's just so cool, and she just embodies woman power, I think. I don't know, I'm being feminist about it all of a sudden. Marvel or DC? Okay, so I just brought up X-Men, so definitely Marvel. I mean, no offense to the DC, I know those are classics, but there's something more to love about the Marvel characters. Maybe they're just a little more human-like, or I don't know, it's just I like the Marvel a lot more, and especially with the whole new Marvel uprising we've been seeing in movies lately. In what unsports-related way do you keep shape? I'm not big on team sports. I do like some sports, mostly solo sports, because I mean, like, I didn't used to get picked for teams a lot when I was a kid. I mean, I'm a geek. I work out. I go to the gym. It's not sports related. I love going to the gym. So yeah, I work out. I lift weights. That's how I keep shape. And eating well, obviously, you know, good diet. What is my dream career choice? What is my dream career choice? To sing, to do the voice of a Disney character in one of their Disney movies. In particular, to sing one of their songs, because for the long time, for the golden age movies, you know, Beauty and the Beast, Little Mermaid, Aladdin, the voice actor of the character isn't the one that actually sings their parts of their songs, and so I would like to sing, but then in the new movies, the characters are singing. For example, Mandy Moore is singing her role in Tangled, and Idina Menzel is singing her role as Elsa. But if I don't know if I would make a very good voice actor, but I know I would love to sing, so I would like to do one of the singing parts. Favorite video game? Oh, this is a toughie. I mean, like, what did I get the most enjoyment out of, or what am I still playing? Because right now I'm still playing Animal Crossing. There's something, I wouldn't even call it my favorite video game. It's just such a relaxing game. It's like the perfect game to play when you're sick, or just kind of like you feel like, hey, let's go catch up with my townspeople, because the newest version of Animal Crossing, you're the mayor, and everybody's like, oh my gosh, where's the mayor gone? We haven't seen you in forever. But I think the last game that I really got super into was Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright, and oh my god, it's still on my DS. Let me bring it up. I love it. I had to download this because I mean, like, unfortunately our 3DSs are region locked, which means that I cannot just buy a Japanese game and play it on my North American 3DS, which is very unfortunate. But because of that, living in China, it's really difficult to find hard copy American games. I mean, because they're so close to Japan, Chinese fans just tend to buy the Japanese games. So, which is why I love the Nintendo eShop. Oh my god, what an amazing thing. Now I don't have to go to the store. Now I don't have to be in a physical place to just buy the games I want to play. And I'll have it on me forever. And I have no chance of losing the little game cartridges, because there was a scare about over a year ago where we actually lost our big box of like 16 cartridges, and we freaked and totally grieved, and I was completely heartbroken. So with downloading games, you don't get that, but unfortunately it means that if you want to share games, you have to physically give your DS away, and that's really hard to do. What is the geekiest thing about yourself? Everything I do is geek. I feel like I embody geek. I am just, I don't know, I can't think of, because what isn't geeky about me, right? I guess probably, I don't know, what is the geekiest thing about myself? I'm constantly quoting things. I think that's one of the things about being geek, is you tend to just constantly quote and refer to things. Gosh, I'm constantly quoting things from Arrested Development, from South Park, from Pokemon, from just memes I see online, movies and things. Gosh, I don't know. I can't really say I'm really geeky. I had a really geeky wedding. Our wedding rings are pretty geeky. We custom made our wedding rings, and my wedding ring has a symbol for moon and a symbol of life on it. You can kind of see the onyx. Not really, maybe? I'll post some better pictures or something if you want. And my husband's ring has a symbol for sun and stars on it, and so before I even say it, some of you out there are probably like, oh my god, I know what that is. It's a reference to the way Daenerys and Khal Drogo address each other. It's so because he refers to her as moon of his life, and she refers to him as my sun and stars, and so that's basically that's what our wedding rings are based off of it, and that's pretty darn geeky. I mean, like, I'm wearing this for the rest of my life, and it's like it's a geek reference. PlayStation, Xbox, or Wii. Of the three, I know I really like the PlayStation games. I definitely enjoy those, but I think I have spent more time on the Wii because it's a fun party game, and like not everybody in my life is a big geek like me, right? And so the Wii really gets my friends and family to come and play video games with me. So I would say the Wii. I mean, we have both, but I spend more time on the Wii. And also Epic Mickey is on the Wii. Unfortunately, it's not great. Like, the controls aren't great, but the game was fantastic, even though I did develop a fear of It's a Small World after playing the game. What is the biggest word you know? Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Does that count? I don't know, it's not really a word. I know there's another word I knew. Something anti-establishmentarianism, but I've kind of forgotten that one. Which fictional character did you fantasize about as a kid? When I think back, I would have to say Duo Maxwell from Gundam Wing. Back when I was a kid, probably when I was like 10, 12, that's when Gundam Wing started playing on TV in Canada. I'm dating myself if you can remember that. So yeah, when I was like 10 or 11, that's when Gundam Wing started playing, and I just really, really loved his character. And at that time, I didn't have a lot of friends, and so I had this Duo poster on my bedroom wall, and super embarrassing to admit, but I talked to him. Like he was my friend, because he was, like in the show, he's about 15, so we're kind of similar in age, and I just kind of talked to him. And yeah, I guess that counts as fantasizing, because I fantasized that he was a friend of mine. Geekiest pickup line? Oof, there are some really, really good ones. Oh man. I remember there's some, about last Valentine's Day, I read articles that had really good Doctor Who pickup lines, but I can't remember any of them. Something had to do with the 10, I can't remember. But the recent one, BuzzFeed came out with a bunch of Harry Potter ones that were pretty good. It was, are you a basilisk? Because looking at you gets me hard, or gets me stiff, or something like that. I love that one! Oh my gosh, it's so funny! I was laughing so hard at it last night, and my husband was like, what are you talking about? And he's looking at us, oh, is that a Harry Potter thing? I'm like, yeah, but what is it? And he's like, I don't expect him to know. He's not a big fan. Not as big of a fan as I am. What is my greatest geek achievement? I have to really think about this one because, I don't know. I generally do a lot of geeky things. And, I don't know, I guess one time I read through the whole unofficial guide to Walt Disney World from page to page. And it's about, I don't know, 600 pages long. And I even read the sections about going with children and going with the elderly, even though I don't go with children. I don't have children. But I think I think part of my geekiest accomplishments is that I'm really proud that I started an anime club back in my high school. And that like right now I think it's still going on, and it's probably, and I haven't been a high schooler for a good number of years, more than that. And I guess one of the recent things is that I started a board game club in Beijing, where we meet every week and we get together and we just play board games, and basically these board games belong to me, but then other people have started bringing their own games, buying their own games, and it's been about a year and a half since we started this board game club, and it's gotten so big and so kind of like it can run itself, basically, because right now I'm on vacation and I'm not in Beijing, but it's still going on weekly, and I think that's a pretty big accomplishment, basically, to start a club and to have it go on without me. So I think that would be considered my greatest geek achievement, is starting a board game club, running board game club, and like getting tons of people hooked on board games. I think that's a pretty good geeky thing. All right, the last question. If you could have any superpower, what would it be? Okay, I've thought about this for a while, and in the past it used to be something like teleportation, because then I could get from one place to another, because I love traveling. This video channel is going to be a lot about my trips, but now that I have traveled so much, my new superpower that I would love is basically what the TARDIS does for you when you travel with the TARDIS, which is the ability to understand any language. And I would definitely really love that. I think that would be my superpower. I want the ability to understand and speak any language, and to be able to read any language, like anywhere, throughout time and space. That is my superpower. Okay, well, thanks so much for watching. I'm going to be uploading day two of my Australia trip soon. I'm just kind of working out the kinks. I'm getting used to it. Some of the audio I need to tweak a little bit. I'm starting to just get better at editing, and also trying to create better stuff to put on YouTube. And I hope you enjoyed watching and getting to know me. I can't wait to get to know you, so leave your comments below if you would like to know any more about me. Chat, I don't know, follow me on Twitter and on Instagram because I post a lot, even though they're both blocked in China. So right now I'm currently in Taiwan, which means it's not blocked, but when I get back to China, it will be a little slower, but I'm still around all the time. I'll also be here all the time, so just let me know if you want to contact me, ask me anything, and I can't wait to see you soon. Bye! Oh, and also, don't forget to subscribe.